Hi and welcome to a new tutorial. Today we will create this tab and I hope you already prepared a project with the images in your source images. So be sure that you have everything here and also imported the image here from the source images. And um, we will also create this advanced version with this kind of shower on it, but this is at the end. So we start here with the basic form of the tab. The first step, we need a cylinder and we take subdivisions of 12. 12, yeah, because this will give us here a perfect middle line and a good not too high definition. So we're just scaling it. So somewhere like this. And I copy this one with Control D or Command D because I need the same subdivisions also here for this part here. We will do a Boolean connection afterwards, but the thickness of this arm is also defined by the thickness of that shape. Good. So I'm not scaling it right to the top, or maybe I will think about later if I do this with the other model or do it a little bigger. And again, Command D, and also we need that later, but just that we have a copy here in the same size and with this definition. Good. I'm putting that out of the way because I do here the ball form first. And for that we create not a cylinder, a sphere of course, and we also put here the subdivisions to 12. And scale it that the half of it will fit here then afterwards. And the first thing I do, notice I move that out of the way because this disturbs me. I want to do a perfect positioning of that sphere, and so I just switch on my wireframe on shaded and press here C or V on the keyboard, so you see these magnets here activate for the curve snapping or the point snapping, and with the middle mouse button I click somewhere here in the area of the star form. I have to be somewhere near around it. Yeah, so now I'm perfectly on it, and the reason why I do this, because I do a Boolean now and everything is here connected, not connected already, but when I do a Boolean operation now and this is perfect on each other, I don't have any further work. So I'm just checking if the size is okay. Yeah, I think it's not. Actually, I could. It's not perfectly. So have to move everything a little bit. So it fits more or less. And then I do a Boolean union, and you see it creates a line here. And okay, the merging, it wasn't perfect. You see it, it's stretching up. So I'm just selecting all the vertices and do a merge with the threshold 0.01. And now let's check. Yeah, of course it's running too much, but edge loops I will create later. So second thing is this one here, and you see I have here some kind, oh, I have to move this also. So I'm doing the right thing also just for training. Press C on the keyboard or V and go somewhere here so that it should be here perfect. No, no, it doesn't jump here on the, yeah, now I got it. Okay, it should be perfect on this point. And in my side view, I can do it either with a Boolean operation or by creating some just easier version. It won't be done just with the movement of vertices here, because that's not cool geometry, but just the first steps. Move the vertices up and then take all the edges except of the, no, I leave some of them. So here the cross in the middle I leave, and all the others get rid of them, and then do a manual connection with the multi-cut tool. In that way. And also here, actually, oops. When I click here and then right, no, it's cutting in the view. I'm looking at it. So just somewhere here to here and here to here. Okay, this was not perfectly in the middle, but not too important. The thing I want to do is to be perfectly straight. So I take all of the vertices, all of the faces, go to the scale tool, open up the tool settings and change the orientation axis to component. Maybe let's try if any other works. Normal would also be okay, but no. leave it to component, because now I can scale actually in this direction, and now it's perfectly flat. I'm just checking. I switch it back to object or world then afterwards, and just checking in the object mode if this will fit. Yeah. And now I can do some more work on this here. Actually, we will add some edge loops later on, and I will extrude it. So I'm just doing the points here on this line. And I do the same thing here with my scaling. Change it to component again. See, now it's gotten straight. It's not so important here in that case, but... And I do an extrude now. One extrude. And the scaling did a little bit of movement, so be sure that the extrusion now is getting a little bit of a different form. And here actually, because no, don't put it down, I insert another edge loop here. I'm just trying to be this line. Then insert an edge loop somewhere here, because I need here the beginning of the extrusion. And what I take is all the faces here, the 8 of them, do an extrusion, switch to the move tool so that I can push it right to the front. Maybe the extrusion was too big here in this case. And I scale it. Also rotate it a little bit. And I have to do some more manual point movement. I'm just, yeah, I will move these points down here so that my next extrude is only with these faces, but I will scale them a little bit before. Yeah, now I do another extrude. Switch to the move mode. Maybe a little bit thinner. And can do even more straightening. Also a little bit scaling here in this direction. Always check in the 3 mode if everything's still okay. And you see also in no, not here. In the images, especially here, that this form is rounded here, so keep the shape that it's more or less flat on the top. You see it, and maybe a little bit more rounded here. So I'm just moving this down a little bit and move them up. So when you do the forming right away, it's easier than correcting all the stuff afterwards. Good. To make sure that the shape looks like this, and then go on with further extrusions. I'm getting a little bit further, and when I need some more edge loops, I will insert them later on. And you see the stuff is getting a little bit thicker here. But be sure that this line is going right, following this guides here. I don't have a view from the top, so I'm not sure if this is has the same thickness, but I leave it in the same thickness. So another extrude. I rotate it down a little bit, move it, and check the thickness again. Also here, this one should go right here, this here. And another one. I go this far because now it's going here up again. Do another extrude again. Now I'm flattening and also make it a little bit. Check here the image. No, actually it's straight here, so don't scale this direction. But you have to check here. Oh, my image plane disappeared. Just a second. So it's gone. Good, and another extrude. Now, before I do the last extrude, I'm actually flattening this out, flattening that a little bit more. Than I do, because I want here this to end. Here you see it. We need more definition here. So I take this edge here and flatten this out. Also take that one. Flat, then I do it also flat in this direction. And let's see the image. Yeah. Here I need some more. Just trying to make a better edge flow. Also here, I just see in the perspective that these points, just select both of them, go right here. Of course, we can mirror later on if you have the feeling that your tab handle is a little bit weird. I switch here my wireframe and shade it off and see if everything's fine. I see that this is kind of, yeah, not so cool. So what I do is I take all of the faces and I extrude it one time, only one time, because I want a better edge flow, and then I do a similar thing like I did in the beginning. I delete all the star forms and add here some manual edge flows. And I have, because I have the feeling I pushed it down a little bit. That's not good. Take all of them and put them right in one row, and I do this now here in this view. So I select the whole row, yeah, and I flatten this in, oops, maybe I took too much, yeah, be careful, only the top ones, flatten them out in both directions, one time here, one time here, and I just move it back a little bit, okay? Next step, it's just that we get a more perfect form, one time in this direction, one time in this, and also one time here and one time here. And here I'm actually connecting the points because I don't want, oops, oh, not that way. So with the target weld tool, I'm just combining that stuff, and then let's see how the, yeah, looks much more smooth. And when I'm just trying if the edge loop will work, insert edge loop, so I get the better definition one time here and also here. I hope it's not getting too hard, otherwise I will get rid of them again. Maybe it's a little bit too sharp. Maybe just one edge loop is enough already. Just one in the middle. And I think I have to do some more. Some more tuning here. And I take these two corners a little bit back. So let's see how it looks like. Not too bad for the beginning. I also insert some more edge loops here. Actually, I should take a hole out of this position. Maybe I do this later on, and I continue doing some more edge loops also here and here and here, and of course here on the bottom. And see, maybe you have to do some more editing here, but let's see. Yeah, here I could do some. I'm always looking from all sides and then see if I can do some tuning. I'm just moving that stuff so that it has a better edge flow. And also maybe it's better if I do some connection here. Well, looks quite okay. I guess here I need some more definition. Push this down a little bit further. Just a little bit. Yeah. Good, first part finished. Save your scene.